Hey, what's up everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review. Today from McFarlane Toys, we're taking a look at the Arkham Asylum Batman. This figure is just now hitting Walmart along with Joker. Unfortunately, my Walmart did not have any Jokers, but they did have Batman, so I was happy to pick him up. I was curious about these figures. Arkham Asylum is one of my favorite video games of all time, and when NECA initially released their figures, I was not collecting at that point, so I missed out on all of them, and they're crazy expensive now. So I was happy when McFarlane announced that they were actually going to make Asylum-specific figures. So of course, I was going to have to pick this one up. It's one of my favorite looks for Batman, and even though we were all a little bit worried when they were shown off a few months ago at Toy Fair, I'm happy to say that at least my copy, which there was 3 on the shelves, and I definitely compared some, and there were some questionable ones out there, but my copy actually doesn't look too bad. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Of course, we have the DC Multiverse box right here. It's the new McFarlane box. Of course, on the side, it says Batman Arkham Asylum. You got the DC Multiverse logo up there. You have the McFarlane Toys logo at the bottom. On the back, we've got a picture of the in-game model, as well as some other figures here. On this side, just says Batman DC Multiverse. On the bottom of the box, there's the barcode and all of that. On the top, not a whole lot going on. So we're going to go ahead, bust this guy open. We're going to take a look at his accessories and then the figure itself. Of course, with every McFarlane DC figure, you get the trading card, and you also get a DC display base, which I don't take mine out, so I'm showing it to you like this. Okay, first up here, we have a smoke grenade, or at least what I assume is the smoke grenade from Arkham Asylum. You've got nice little bits of gold paint on the top here, and it does appear to be pretty cleanly applied. It does have some black plastic and like a nice gunmetal reflective gray for the top half of the actual grenade. You also get a closed batarang, which mine is a little messed up. It's probably supposed to be something like this, but it's a gunmetal gray and it looks okay. It's bent. It's warped from the packaging, so definitely going to have to flatten that out somehow, but it looks cool. I think maybe we could have gotten a different accessory rather than a closed batarang. Perhaps maybe the bat claw or the line launcher or something like that, but it looks good. I like the silver dry brushing that it has on it. Then we get a gray fully open batarang, which looks awesome. Really nice sculpted details there. Also has that same silver dry brushing technique on the actual batarang, and that turned out really nice. And then finally, this is actually from Arkham Origins. This is the remote claw. Not sure why they included this with the Arkham Asylum figure, but I don't know. Sometimes, just like Hasbro, McFarlane Toys is a mystery, and this is just a cool design. It's kind of steampunky in a lot of ways, and it also features that nice silver dry brushing. So that is really nice, although random that they included this, considering it is not at all in Arkham Asylum. So now that we've seen the accessories, let's go ahead and take a look at Batman. All right, and here is the McFarlane Toys Arkham Asylum Batman out of the packaging, and he does look pretty damn awesome. Definitely has a few minor issues, but I think we're still in that growing pains phase of the McFarlane DC stuff. But you can see for the most part, he looks pretty accurate to the game. He's got the nice big black logo, the gray suit. He's got the big gauntlets, the big boots. The face on mine actually doesn't look too bad, and he has the nice long bat ears, which I absolutely love when Batman has the long ears. So let's go ahead, we'll take him off the stand, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so taking a look at the face here, you can see that, yeah, it's not the best. It definitely leaves something to be desired, but it's also not the worst. I've seen other people that have posted their pictures on Instagram of this guy already with their face, and it looks much worse than this. His eyes are a little wonky, and the sculpt is definitely missing something. I'm not sure what it is, but it just kind of looks a little off, but it's not too bad, especially on my copy. I think there's definitely derpier ones out there. And he's also got, like I said, the long ears, which I think are great. From far away, you know, you put them all the way back here, you're like, oh, that's not so bad. But when you get up close is when you start seeing like, oh, this kind of looks weird. The bat logo is nice and raised, so it's sculpted on there separately. You also got the other various details of the costume throughout the figure, and I wish they would have put like a wash or something on the suit, because you can see on the belt and the gauntlets, they've got like nice paint effects on them. The belt has a nice black wash. The gauntlets and boots have some silver dry brushing, and then the actual suit just kind of looks like plastic. So I think maybe if they would have given him a little bit of a black wash or something throughout the costume, it would have just made it look just a little bit better. Not that it looks horrible, but like I was saying, you know, the contrast between the gauntlets and the belt to the actual costume kind of leaves something to be desired there. But you can see the gauntlets do look really nice. Really nice silver dry brushing on here. The actual, you know, whatever these are called, pointy thingies are soft, so you're not going to have to worry about him taking a shelf dive and these breaking off. So that is a good thing. The hand also looks pretty all right. It has more of that silver dry brushing, but it kind of ends at a certain point and doesn't really get on the gauntlets or anything like that. The belt, as I was saying, looks awesome. Has that nice black wash over it. Also has some really nice gold and silver paint details, although you can see there's giant old gold paint splotch on Batman's undies. There's another one on his butt too. But the paint details continue out through the back of the figure. The cape does look pretty nice. I like the way that it folds down and lays on his back, and it's a little bit longer, so it kind of rests at the bottom there like it does in the actual game. So, of course, always would love to have a cloth cape, but the soft plastic capes that McFarlane has been giving us, they aren't so bad. At least you can move them out of the way, you know? And then moving down on the figure, his legs, Batman kind of looks like he skipped leg day just a few times. And you can see that the boots also have that really nice silver dry brushing on them. And the boots, the actual shoe part actually looks pretty good as well. You can see he's still got the ball joint in there, but it's a little bit more hidden than normal because of the actual shin guard design. So they're a little bit more hidden, but he is kind of hard to stand. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at his articulation. Okay, as far as articulation goes, Batman can look up pretty damn far, and he can look down pretty much not at all. That's kind of just like a straightforward look. The shoulders can move out all the way. Of course, the cape is nice and soft up here, so you don't have to worry about that really impeding the articulation. He does have butterfly joints, which you can see right there, and they can go up, down, forward, and back. And of course, the arm can go up, but it's going to get caught on the cape. So you don't get that full 360 arm rotation out of there, but that's how, you know, pretty much most Batman figures are. He's got single jointed elbows, which are a little bit of a bummer. That's about all you get out of that single elbow there. A little bit less than 90. The bicep swivel is there as well, so that's not horrible. As far as the wrist goes, it's the McFarlane peg, so you can rotate it around, move it down, move it up, and you could also kind of pinch the joint and move it around so that it could also make the hand go left and right if you so choose. Would have been nice to get some fisted hands with him, though. I'll say that much. It sucks that he just has open gripping hands. So as far as the ab crunch goes, really nothing forward. That's about all you get forward. Back, that's about all you get. So really the ab crunch deal is not really working out great. Of course, you can rotate it around. You can slightly rotate the lower piece, but it's definitely not as good as the comic book Batman. But it's not horrible, I guess. But yeah, that's a little disappointing. The legs can actually kick out really far. Of course, he's got the soft skirt piece there, so it doesn't really inhibit the articulation. He does have double jointed knees that work absolutely perfectly. His legs can fully kick out, so he can 100% do the splits. And the feet can move down about that far, can move up about that far. And of course he does have ankle pivot. So overall, the articulation is just all right. It's really nothing crazy. Should have got double jointed elbows on this guy. And I definitely think based on the other Batman figures that have already been released, we could have gotten a little bit better range of motion here in the chest/ab department. So now that we've taken a look at the accessories and the articulation of this Batman figure, let's go ahead and see how he scales with some other Batman and some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. All right, first up, here he is with the McFarlane Superman and comic book Batman. Then we got him here with the McFarlane Nightwing, which Nightwing is still an absolute giant, and the DC Collectibles Arkham Knight Batman. Then we got him with the NECA Armored Batman and the NECA Superman. And finally with the McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn and the Marvel Legends Moon Knight. Okay, so that was my review of the Arkham Asylum Batman from McFarlane Toys. Of course, I definitely think he could have come with some more video game accurate accessories, maybe some fisted hands. I also think the articulation could be a little bit better. But from the neck down, he does look pretty damn awesome, and I think that even mine has a pretty decent head sculpt, all things considered. So overall, I'm just gonna say this figure is good. It's not bad, it's not great, but it's about somewhere in the middle. The articulation is not as good as some other McFarlane Batman stuff that we've seen. And like I was saying, the accessories are kind of random. Like he comes with the remote claw from Arkham Origins for some reason. But I like the sculpted design, and I'm a sucker for Arkham Asylum. So if you're not willing to pay some of the insane prices for the older NECA stuff, this definitely is not a bad option. Of course, let me know what you think of this figure in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. We mostly talk about Star Wars The Black Series on the channel, but every once in a while, I'll hit you with something else. And so far, I'm really liking the McFarlane DC stuff. It's a good middle ground. It's not quite as abysmal as the Mattel stuff, but there are also still companies out there that are doing a much better job, but not really at this price point. You got to keep that in mind, the price point. Thank you so much for watching my review. I'm Nate from Out of the Basement, and I'll see you guys next time.